Okay, so I promised some additional videos. Here's the first, hopefully many. Just a little bit of a car overview. So, here she goes. The 2010 Honda Insight. The second edition, so the first one ran from 2000 to 2006. And this was the first year of the second run of the Insights. This is the common body style that you'll see with the high energy efficient vehicles because of the kind of rounded front off to the tapered back with the sheer edge to it, and that's because of the trying to limit the coefficient of drag. So the lower the coefficient of drag, almost always the higher fuel economy that you're going to get. So in this case, the coefficient of drag of this is 0.28, which is pretty low for consumer vehicles. Most of them will run 0.3 to 0.4. Blocky vehicles will be even 0.5. So that's when you're starting to see really diminishing returns as far as wind resistance. So a couple things to point out with this are kind of the lower weight. The curb weight's around 1 ton. So, whatever additional you put in it obviously is up to you. But that helps limit how much you're having to move and again increases the fuel economy. And then also, it's hard to see, but the tires are pretty slim for production tires. They're 175 millimeters, so it's about 6.5 inches. So that coupled with the lower coefficient of drag, also the lower weight, those are all kind of, they're trying to maximize that as much as possible as far as leveraging them to increase the fuel economy. The one thing I think is kind of interesting is that people will complain, oh, like it looks ugly. I really don't want that car because it looks ugly. Well, if your intent is really to maximize your fuel economy, which is what this series is all about, then you can't really be concerned with looks. You kind of have to base it off of what is going to work best. And in this case, that's literally the kind of, it looks like a squished ellipsis that's kind of tilted on its front edge. And, similar to the profile of an airplane wing. So it's really comes down to the physics of the air resistance on coming from a single direction. Another thing that you want to consider, or that people want to consider, and often modifications are done, is that the front, where you can see down here, the air that actually comes in the front of the vehicle you want to divert that either to the right or below the vehicle. In most cases, air dams might be installed under the whole front side, which would then divert all that air away and create less wind resistance and not be pushing up on the undercarriage, which will have some other underhanging pieces. One thing that I can point out that I've done specifically to my vehicle is right here. You can see this piece right here is where a windshield wiper used to be, and so the arm of the windshield wiper would come down, and that would just sit here, and kind of all the wind would hit that. Kind of would like to remove that thing there, the antenna, which I don't use anyways. Those are just things to be wary of, kind of static attributes of the vehicle that you might have or one you might considering purchasing.